Upper Breakfast. Our guest is still very much here. We will have Mr. Aki Fatunke. And just before we went on that break, we're talking about Osita Wasunobi, the Director of Corporate Communications of the CBN, saying that we should use alternative payment methods, e-Naira, internet banking. Yesterday, I tried opening GT app for about 3 hours. And Mr. Fatuke, I'm not joking here. I needed to buy this lady things that we need urgently. And my app was not working. My ATM card was not working. I couldn't do anything. I was hungry. I couldn't even buy water until, say, between 5 p.m. and about 10 p.m. So after the news, later at night, when every shop had closed and I couldn't get anything to eat, I was on my way home. And I decided to just stop by a supermarket on the way, or a small shop on the way to my house. And I tested. The banking app wasn't working, but the ATM card worked. And for me to use the ATM card, I had to move money from GT Bank to good old Wema Bank. And then use Wema Bank to make the payment, because then your money disappears when you do it directly and it doesn't go through. Mr. Fatuke, what kind of world are we living in? Is this person really with us? It says internet banking is an alternative.
Oh yes, that is the voice, that's the face of the Central Bank of Nigeria. And if, please pardon the language, if this head that I'm carrying is hurting, my toe naturally will also feel the hurt. So if the head is not straight, down the line you cannot have any meaningful competence. I read Mr. Wasunobi's statement, and not only is it that I will shake my head, I'm not the only one that is shaking my head. I know Kenny too will be shaking her. Well, we will be shaking her head, and people who know also will be shaking their head. That look at this. You remember Maria Antoinette at the French Revolution, when the whole place was going to erupt, and then naively and childishly she came out, and people were saying, I said, wow, these people shouting and all that. They said, oh, there is no bread. There's no bread. He said, okay, there's no bread. Give them cake. And, well, suffice to say that she ended up at the guillotine and her head was cut off. When you have leaders that are cut off from reality,
completely,
Mr. Osita, his statement will now try to make sense to them. They are cut off from reality. The e-Naira, the payment system thing that has collapsed and is collapsing, and they know it is collapsed and is collapsing. And as the regulatory authorities, they know more than you and I that it is not working. Apart from the Japa that has gone, the best of brains are are voting with their legs out. Now we don't have the backbone and the infrastructure to even support Lagos, the center of excellence. Not to talk of now going to the village, and all they now have to say is like trying to rub salt on injury. Look,
and banks are not collecting the money.
I am not sitting down here and making prescriptions. You know, it's easy to talk.
Yeah.
I was the opposite number to this gentleman and this institution in my days in ExxonMobil. You remember in 2012, when we started the Ojota thing, you know, and subsidy probes, just sincerely was arranged and pulled in front of the National Assembly, in front of the public. And it was my hapless duty to now begin to explain to the public, to say, true, it is not my wahala, it's gone beyond me. But I don't go out there and say it's gone beyond me and, and bind you to the Philistines. There are ways of communicating. This is the time that we should be making apologies to people that, hey, I raised my hand, I raised my 2 hands. We have failed. But for you to continue to want to march on the same spot in a marshland, you just continue to dig yourself deep. Unfortunately, the statement he has made is what you call in communications holding statement, which falls flat down on its face. It just not, and it
let's
will
take a look
continue to
at this
lead
one.
to more and more of the anger. Yes, I know we have the e-naira, we have the e-payment, but is it working? Is it capable of working? Do you
Are
have a
people
back?
using it?
Do you have a back to that? How many of the people, including yourself, that you just talked about now, have you tested it and you know it is working and working 24/7, even if it is 5/7? Same that you will not have electricity in our land, same that you will not have water, same that you will not have education, same that you have our oil and gas downstream aspect is going to comatose, importing, and the thing is being smuggled around, and then somebody now then comes, please use this alternative.
No, what alternative?
What alternative? And if you dig down, you see the person that issued this statement, with all due respect, his boss and his boss's boss are not facing
The
what we are
reality.
facing.
All right, Nika Kenny has one particular story. The banks and fuel stations rejecting
Old Naira notes. Because for me, they seem to be the solace, when people get it, and they feel, okay, we can take it to the bank, we'll take it to the fuel station. But unfortunately, those two places, they seem not to collect it. So where do we go from here?
How do we spend?
I look at it, I drive past the street of Lagos, the highways, and I see the hawkers, I see them, that they still collect the old Naira notes. And I just imagine that their dilemma when they cannot even, in turn, use that money that they have collected. I just
make
strongly
purchase.
feel that the CBN, the banks, and everything, they can do much more than all of this.
Isn't it just yesterday, and when I say yesterday now figuratively, that the CBN governor was saying that people can still continue to turn in their old Naira notes no matter how long it takes? So what is this one we're hearing about?
Young
banks
ladies
rejecting
on
it?
Valentine's Day.
Okay, so we're going to practicalize it, Mr. Fatuke. You and I are going to go to the bank after the show, and we will try to see if we can. I think I have some old Naira notes in my purse.
Don't say that.
I
to
wish you good luck.
Nigerians have been scammed. We have been scammed by the
I
people
will-
that are ruling us.
I just wish you good
The
luck.
truth of the matter is that what you refer to is what people are thinking. We have not come. Is this not the high time that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria comes to address us? Is it not the high time that Mr. Godwin Emefiele should come and address us? The bankers
Why?
that
Is he our president?
he's in charge of CBN.
He's
And
in
he's
charge.
been talking to us. He's been telling us we don't have a choice. That's what he's been telling us.
Okay,
We
so-
expect that the person who employed him would give us better news.
The more reason why I'm saying we've been scammed. Scammed in the
So-
sense that
so,
we have
okay.
been asked to bring our monies. We are paying to, rather than take our
we
money
take
back, you have
500,000
to
inside,
pay.
and then the bank tells me I can only get 2,000.
And at the end of the day, the trust deficits that Nigerian government, beyond this particular regime, has always faced. People don't trust government, and you expect people to still continue to trust government. Even the little minuscule that they are doing, let's even say ceteris paribus, all things being equal, the monies have been printed. If Kenny gets a little bit and I get a little bit, oh, you think I will not just go out there and now start to, I will be hiding. The velocity that you are expecting, that things should be going in and out. Commerce is coming to,
A standstill.
people are hungry. You need to, Mr. President needs to get up and go to
And do
the
the right
nearest
thing.
public hospital, even in Abuja, for him to be,
No,
for him
let
to
him
see.
just drive to Abuja and look at the ATM machine.
These
I
are
said
not
the
working.
number of people at the queue.
We have obeyed as sheepishly as law abiders to get our mothers in villages elsewhere to take our monies to the bank. We cannot call for that. We are not seeing new Naira notes. And somebody is now saying some people are hoarding it. Some people are, you didn't put this in your scenario planning. You didn't put this in your project management. This is the height of incompetence. I'm sorry to say, it's the height of incompetence that you can ever find. So, Tominsin, I'm not going to follow you to any ATM because
it's not the ATM. We go into the bank itself. We say we want to deposit.
You want to deposit?
Yeah.
I can tell you, I just tried that yesterday, and they are not taking it. Some banks are not taking it. That is the truth.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you. I'm telling you that we've been scammed. It's unfortunate.
So the law says it remains a legal tender that will be acceptable by the banks, but now the banks are rejecting the new.
Now the banks are rejecting it. The Apex Court has said this is what should be.
So we're going to take
only
a camera to the bank and we're going to.
Please feel free to go and do that.
We're going to take a camera to the bank.
I can tell you that up till late last night, unfortunately, the hapless people that we call about, I'm not saying their hands are clean. They are the ones that are, they are now at the receiving end.
Oh.
They say to you, we don't really know what we should do. Supreme Court has made a pronouncement. Those who are supposed to be talking to us are not giving us clear cut.
And they are outrightly disobeying the court order.
Exactly.
Not an order from the High Court.
So we are in a state of autocracy, of lawlessness. And that is the unfortunate aspect of it. You are now able to come to this studio by the grace of some almighty God, because I know somebody, you know somebody, and you can buy fuel. There are millions of Nigerians.
I queued 3 days ago, got to the pump, and they told me fuel was finished.
Okay, but you still
and
got...
I didn't get.
Look, let me just tell you something. You might have gotten it. If you want to get fuel today, you can get fuel, and you are going to pay...
So I'll buy at 350 naira.
You are going to pay at 500.
Where am I going to get the money from?
That is where we have been dug into, and that is the point I am making. Now, this is you and I here, and Kenny. What will you say about the people who are in the hinterland? And at the same time, you say you should see 2,000 naira, and they should
not follow the person. You want to fight. You want to fight a lot of, want to fight vote buying, you want to fight corruption, you want to fight a lot of things.
This anachronistic way of calling ourselves leaders when we are warlords. I mean, it's just it. My prayer is that something is going to happen very, very, very soon, and Mr. President will do the needful. Mr. Emefiele will also do the needful.
We have some callers who are trying to reach us this morning. If you're trying to reach us on the show, you can send a message as well if we are not picking your call at the moment. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Olamide and I'm calling from Lagos.
Olamide from Lagos. Tell us, what has been your experience?
My experience is that the new note, there's no
Oh, unfortunately, I think the call dropped. We will
I'm sure what he wanted to say was he hasn't gotten the new note.
It hasn't even gone into circulation. Don't forget that you can also reach us on the same number on WhatsApp, via SMS, or you can simply just put a call through. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Okay, so please, when you want to make a phone call like this, you turn down the volume of your television set completely. Turn down the volume of your television set. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you calling from, sir? We can barely hear you. Would like you to speak louder.
Oh, yes. I am calling from Ikorodu, Lagos.
Ikorodu, Lagos. All right, sir. Tell us, what is the experience like?
Nigeria has all the signs of it. It's not a matter of time. There will be nothing like Nigeria.
If you continue down this trend.
They confiscated our hard money.
Confiscated, I like that word.
I took it to the bank, it's confiscated. They did not give me new notes, but they confiscated
the old notes.
Really?
Now, there is no money to give food to my children. And I have money in the bank.
Which you cannot collect. Have you tried the banking? What was it? Godwin Emefiele asked us to do.
Oh, dear.
The CBN governor.
Internet,
Have you tried the e-naira and the transfers? The CBN governor did ask us to do that.
You will do, they say, taxes. Let's go internet. You will try internet, this is not going.
So we're still back at the same point. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us on the show. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and where you calling from, sir?
I'm calling from Benue State. My name is James Atom.
James Atom. What is exactly is the experience like over there?
Life over here is very, very difficult. Things are not really moving fine. If you have money, it's not every old man that goes on a transfer basis. If you don't have cash, you cannot buy. So life is really difficult.
Are they accepting the old Naira note even if you have it? Are they accepting it?
Yes, they are accepting Naira notes in Benue here.
The old Naira?
The old Naira.
The old ones?
Yes, they are accepting Naira.
Okay.
Because the governor made an order yesterday that if you reject the old Naira note, you should be arrested.
Okay.
So, yeah, Benue State.
So state of anarchy. Every state, Niger State did the same thing. Benue State is making the same pronouncement.
Zamfara,
Ondo State
the
is
same
joining
thing.
Zamfara, is saying the same thing. The Sultan of Sokoto is saying this rule, this law, whatever it is making life difficult for people. You're the last caller for this segment this morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Olamide and I'm calling from Lagos.
Olamide from Lagos. Quickly, let's have your comments in 30 seconds.
I just want to say that this old money stuff is causing an issue in Lagos. So I don't even understand what the government are doing about this stuff, about this new money.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. All right, Mr. Fasuke, there you have it.
So, on one hand, we have been scammed. Armed robbers come to your house and demand for your notes, for your life. Otherwise, they are going to kill you. You can surrender that. But this one, we have been made under the rule of law to go and surrender because we believed that we have a process and we have a structure and we have a governance that will help us. We have taken it out there, and we cannot get the new ones, the first scam. The second scam is the few that has been produced. The few that has been produced, we are not getting them. Some people are getting them, hoarding them, they are misusing them. We know under normal scenario, it will happen anywhere. If you, as a regulator, have not put scenarios into that. Now, you have printed monies that are not up to and about what you had raked in, and you have told us the mint you don't have paper.
No, he said there is paper. They're just in the process.
Okay, well.
He debunks that. Osita is the one debunking that.
Okay, well, what I heard initially is that the rule, they have placed the order. And again,
well, they said that was all rumor and all of that.
It comes back to the fact that who are we really deceiving? If Okuiboku has been dead all this while, we have to go across to use money that we have borrowed to go and buy paper, to now then bring it in, and we are not printing enough. And you know we are not printing enough. Even if we want to catch some of these politicians, are you not thinking about us? Now, we've taken our monies in there. I also had...
Like the man said, they've confiscated our money.
Now, that money has been confiscated when you don't have enough to give us. What do you call that? That is the worst case of brigandage. And I'm telling you, I've been on this kind of seat. I know how bad, especially when policies are out there. You know, in Yoruba they say, if they send you the errand of a slave, yes, I'll be asked to come and kill you, but you know, there is also a way that you must make people should not feel that we all have got a wolves in there. I never at any point in time, the ExxonMobil that I work for will never at any point in time will ask me to go out there and be telling people that there's fuel elsewhere, go and look for alternative, when I know that the policy itself is so faulty. So it has to be, I'm sorry, including putting my own hand in my pocket. because I'm privileged to help wherever I can help. Let it get to that, and that is where exemplification comes into being.
We need to go, Mr. Fatuke. We want to say thank you to you for joining us on the segments this morning. We sincerely do hope that we won't be back here again next week.
Talking about the same thing.
I sincerely do hope, because I'm beginning to feel as if somebody somewhere is not listening, either to the cries of the people. I mean, it's on the pages of papers, newspapers. The media is talking about it. I mean, just take a drive around town and you will see what we're talking about. Thank you so much, Mr. Fatuke.
Thank you very much for having me, Kenny. Thank you very much for having me, Nigerians. We will cross this hurdle.
These two shall pass.
And this call shall pass.
All right, as we take a look at this, of course, the electioneering process, despite the cash crunch, has greatly continued to strive forward. Supporters of the All Progressive Congress, CGI, APC, pardon me, have refused to be deterred by the current cash crunch that is expected to reduce their commitment to campaign activities so far. But